This toothbrush is the weapon I use to commit the ultimate act of biological warfare against my roommate. I don't regret it, not even a little bit. Let me take you back to a few years ago when I was studying abroad. I got randomly paired up with this girl named Jane. Now, I knew sharing a tiny apartment in a foreign country would be tough. Consequently, I braced myself for the usual roommate friction. But you guys, Jane wasn't just a bad roommate. She was a special, highly exhausting breed of entitled twerp. She would leave her crusty dishes in the sink for days, blast music during my midterms, and use the last of my milk without ever replacing it. She was a parasite in an oversized hoodie. As a result, she pulled a stunt one afternoon that completely crossed the line. I won't bore you with the exact argument, however. The disrespect was so loud that something inside my brain just violently snapped. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to compromise. I wanted blood. Most people think revenge is about hurting the other person, but real high-level pettiness is actually a financial and psychological transaction. You have to be willing to pay a heavy price just to buy a fraction of their misery. You have to invest your own dignity to see a return on investment. And oh boy, did I invest. I stormed into our tiny, shared bathroom, my blood absolutely boiling. Thus, I stood there plotting. I looked at her shower loofah, though it felt too uninspired. Then, my eyes locked onto her toothbrush, sitting innocently in a ceramic cup by the sink. Perfect. I unzipped. I aimed. I pissed straight into our shared bathroom sink. But the universe demanded a masterpiece. Hence, I purposefully let a tiny bit of splashback hit my own index finger. It was gross. It was warm. Nonetheless, I didn't flinch. With the hyper-focused precision of a Michelin star chef applying the final garnish to a world-class dish, I took that exact finger and lightly dabbed it right across the bristles of Jane's toothbrush. That specific moment, the literal last dab of moisture on plastic, was a finish line. Every single action I took was engineered solely to reach that exact, invisible glaze of karma. Nevertheless, the second the adrenaline faded, reality hit me like a truck. I stood there scrubbing my hands with an aggressive amount of antibacterial soap, forced to look at myself in the mirror. I had just urinated in my own sink, which I would eventually have to clean. I had willingly gotten my own urine on my own hand. Accordingly, I realized a hilarious truth. I had completely inconvenienced and disgusted myself just to spite this girl. I paid the tax. Was it a biohazard? Yes. Did it matter? No, because watching Jane walk into that bathroom later that night, pick up her toothbrush, and casually shove it into her mouth while I sat on my bed pretending to read, pure, unmitigated bliss. Every time she complained for the rest of the semester, I just smiled. I thought of the toothbrush, and I remember that sometimes being petty is worth every single drop. I am not going to lie to you guys. Reading that story out loud makes me realize just how absolutely unhinged I was in college. Look, I know what half of you are thinking in the comments right now. That's a literal biohazard. You're a psychopath. And honestly, fair, valid. I completely agree with you. When I look back at it now, I'm like, wow, I really dirted my own bathroom and peed on my own hand just to win an imaginary argument. The level of self-sabotage there is actually wild. But if you have ever been stuck studying abroad with a roommate who is actively draining your soul every single day, you know that normal human logic completely goes out the window. You enter this weird survival mode where you're willing to pay any tax just to get a little bit of silent justice. Was it disgusting? Yes. But did it give me the absolute peace of mind I needed to survive the rest of that semester? 100%. I regret nothing. But I want to know where the line is for you guys. Hit the comments and let me know. What is the absolute pettiest thing you have ever done to a terrible roommate? Or did I just officially take the crown? Drop your stories below. Hit that subscribe button if you think Jane had it coming. And I'll see you in the next video.